Hello Bookish friends, welcome to another Bookish talk video. In today's video I'm going to do a victober tangent video. It is not directly related to victober, but it is about the importance of reading older books. I have always been a reader of older books, watching older TV series, and most of the time listening to music that is about a decade or 2 decades old. My age can be a factor for all of these things, but even in my early 20s, my preferences were still the same. Once I was nicknamed as the Queen of Nostalgia by my online friend in a TV series online community. When the idea for this video came to my mind, I decided to look at some online articles to give me inspiration, and I have found an article that I will link down below. 3 reasons that very famous author C.S. Lewis gave for reading older books. I want to evaluate his reasons with my reading experience of reading older books. His first reason is old books have been tested. This is, I think, a very valid reason to read older books. Because most of the books that have stood the test of times are the books that are significantly better than their contemporaries. This is especially true for the classics that we know, and their stories have been adapted into TV series, movies, or have been the inspiration for other books, such as many of the Victorian classics. However, I cannot say it is true for all of the older books, especially for my Books of Alfred Hitchcock project. I have read older books that are not good at all, either having a very chaotic structure, full of unnecessary details, and having an uneven tempo. However, they are significant because they have been adapted into Alfred Hitchcock movies, and that's why I read them for my project. The second reason that Lewis gives us is old books give us context. I fully agree with this assessment. Even the not so good older books that we read can give us a very clear perspective of the times that the books were written. I have an example that I use in my Bookish real life talks. Up until I read a fiction book written in 1930, I did not know racism against Jews were felt in all throughout Europe and also in some parts of United States. Of course, the degree of racism was different in different countries. By reading that book, which was actually just mediocre, really helped me to view the world and the history in a very different way. And unfortunately, many of the historical fiction books taking place in that time does not signify that fact. Other than this very significant example, there are many little details that we can learn about the culture, the society, the political environment by reading even a mystery or a detective book written in that time. Because like the quotation says, the devil is in the details. Last reason that Lewis gives for reading old books is that old books remove our blinders. He says that the perspective that reading old books can give us is important not because our ancestors always got it right, but because they saw things we might easily miss and wrote these things down for our benefit. When I read about this reason, I thought about the books that I read and how easy it is to judge a book by the modern sensibilities, and how much tolerable I became as I read more and more books taking place in older times. Given an example from my own country, I could never understand romance books written in earlier times and how obsessed the heroine of those stories with the looks of the male protagonist. Although it is hard to deny the importance of physical attraction, in my modern sensibilities, love has a much broader definition than just physical attraction. However, as I read more and more books written in the first half of the 20th century, Turkey, I realized why the books were written in such way, because of the way the majority of the Turkish families raise their daughters to have a more closeted life. Therefore, it was inevitable that a love based on pure physical attraction would be more approachable to the target readers. And this was a perspective that I had never thought of. So this was my take on C.S. Lewis's reasons for the importance of reading older books. So please comment down below. Do you have other reasons for reading books that were written in the older decades? If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose decade. Decades means 10 yıl in Turkish, and 10 yıl are our Turkish words of the day. Have a good day.